What's up, everybody? Welcome to the inaugural episode of Shut Up, I Called Next. One of the 5,000, one of the 5,000 FGC podcasts that you'll find in a Spotify playlist. I'm your
But we're
boy.
about to be number one.
Yeah, boy. Maybe number
Yeah,
three.
buddy.
The can opener series by Yipes is a little undefeated
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
But anyways, I'm Tarico. My friends call me John, and I have here.
I'm Michael. Yeah,
Oh, it's
my friends
Michael.
call me Michael.
I like that Michael is short for Michael. It makes it easy to
Yeah.
remember.
Yep. Yep. Perfect.
All right. Now, as far as things that we're into, I can speak for myself. I'm Latino, so I'm obligated to talk about Dragon Ball at any moment. I also like fighting games. I've been playing fighting games since, like, no lie, since I think I've been 5 years old. Since I rented Street Fighter 2 from Albertson's video section. Uh,
Jesus.
yeah, that was like 1998. There's like this small video and like game section where you can just rent shit from. And I've basically been playing fighting games ever since. I've helped run tournaments by running brackets. I helped commentate for a few games. My greatest achievement was smash the record at 3 a.m. commentating a Rock'em Sock'em Robots tournament. And not no, there's no video game of rock. No, it was the actual Rock'em Sock'em Robots where we propped a webcam above the actual like game and also had another webcam where it was a side angle.
That's even better. I wish I was there for that.
Yeah, but yeah. So, and I mean, I love other like random nerdy shit. You know, like I love Marvel comics. Spider Man's my main guy, and I love buying movies, even though you can just stream this shit now. So yeah, that's me.
Damn. You like spending money, huh?
Oh yeah, whenever I can, I gotta burn that shit.
Yeah, so can I get like $3, $2, $5?
$5? Shit, I'll cash out you right now. You think I won't?
Yeah. So anyway, shit. I like fighting games too. That's why we're here.
That's
My first experience with fighting games was my brother getting in trouble for letting me play Tekken 3 when I was way too young to play violent video games.
you know,
Ever since then, Tekken has been my main game. So thanks to my brother.
the more I think about it, is that like Tekken 3 isn't as violent as Mortal Kombat, but it
Not
does.
at all.
No, no, not at all, not at all. But when you do some grabs, like with certain characters, especially with King, the cracking sound is super visceral.
Not even that. Have you seen the grab that Jack does in the first tag game?
Oh,
Where where he breaks your back in half? That shit was brutal.
literally turns your spine into a pool noodle. Oh man.
but yeah, Tekken 3. Then from there, as I got older, my brother had me play Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, where he wouldn't show me any of the controls, but he just beat my ass repeatedly in it.
Was your brother like Ihachi, where it was just like, well, how do I do this? Learn through trial and error.
I mean, it all worked out in the end because now I'm better than him at both games.
See, there you go. That's how it should be. You're just training at the mountains with like a PlayStation pad.
Other than that, obviously run the bracelet shop, Black Man with Bracelets. I also edit for a channel on YouTube called Eternal Ring Stop Motion. We just put out our first episode on our Patreon on Friday, so check that out on the Instagram at Eternal Ring Stop Motion as well. But yeah, that's me.
All right, awesome, awesome. Speaking a little bit more about Tekken, that was something that was also super nostalgic to me, and what a great time about it because Tekken 8 is like
What a
what.
great segue.
I know, but like in all honesty, like Tekken was something huge to me and my dad, my uncles, my cousins, and it was always big because it was like it was new. Like before that we played Street Fighter 2, but then this
Hmm.
game is like, oh, it's realistic as six polygons on a single person can look
Yeah,
like.
pretty much.
But it was like brand new, and I remember like the first time I saw Tekken was I was at like my other cousin's house, and she was her basically like she was. I think I was like what maybe in elementary school, and she was like in high school, so she had all like her friends over, and all the guys had this PlayStation, and they were like, "Hey, you want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they let me win, but I was just like weirded out. I was like, "Whoa, this is not like Street Fighter. This is really different."
I can't corner circle in this shit.
Why is it that when I'm jumping, it's like I'm on the goddamn moon?
Hold on, I could sidestep in this game.
Well, that's the crazy thing. That was Tekken 1. Tekken 3 had sidestep, but
Oh, jeez,
yet
yeah.
this was
They
Tekken
started
1.
sidestepping in two. Didn't they start in two?
No, no, no. Sidestepping was definitely in 3. I
Oh,
I know because I went to check 2 like when I wanted to find out, and I was like, wow, it was not in 2. You can like kick
no.
someone into another like angle or like basically
Put
like
it automatically. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but like that was always like the biggest game, and from there it was like yeah, I loved Tekken. Tekken 3 was my favorite when I was a kid until Tekken Tag.
Yeah, same.
I feel
Which Tag was just Tekken 3, but with better graphics because it was on PS2 and more characters.
see it's funny you said that because in the arcades Tekken Tag was literally just
Well,
that. It was
yeah,
it
it's
was
the
Tekken
PS1
3
version.
because it
It
had
was
the
Tekken
yeah
with
because
the
it
tag
was
song.
using the same board. So but on PS2 they were like, "Wait, we can make this shit look even nicer." And they didn't even have to be honest with you. They could have just put Tekken 3 there, slightly like, smooth out the textures a bit, and it still would have been like a really great game. But nah, they went like above and beyond with that one. And
Absolutely.
yeah, that was the power. That to me, I think like if consoles had a national anthem, the Tekken Tag 1 opening
Intro.
is the PlayStation 2's national anthem. Cause come on, anytime if you're sitting anywhere and you just hear dun dun,
You know what's going on.
yeah, you're gonna stand up. You're like, wait a minute, hold on, what? Either
I
someone's
still
bring.
don't. I literally don't think there's a more iconic video game opening that I can think of.
You say iconic, and it's like I have to remind myself the difference between iconic and better. Like, because I think the Third Strike opening is better than Tekken Tag,
Yeah,
but Tekken,
Street Fighter Third Strike was really good.
yeah, but I would say Tekken Tag might be more iconic because more general audiences remember that theme as opposed to
Hmm.
anyone who just plays fighting games. It's like it's an example almost never, no one will use. The
Hmm.
Godfather is the more iconic movie, but The Godfather Part 2 is just a better movie.
Fun fact: I've never seen The Godfather.
No, you should. They're pretty great.
Probably will eventually.
But you also got to remember it's Italians in the 1940s, so they're slightly
Oh my god,
racist.
you actually $75. Do it again.
So, but like, and it was cool. What was crazy is that I showed my dad the Tekken 8 trailer,
Hmm.
and he was just when he was at first like, "Wow, this looks great," but when he saw Kazuya and Jin start fighting, like it was an actual match that you could do,
Hmm.
it was like his jaw almost dropped. And I said, "Yes, this is an actual fight. This isn't like when you beat the game and you see a cutscene." And he was just blown away. I think he turns like 60 in about a couple weeks, and he was like, "Man,
Jeez.
this man has lived to seeing what games I played on a
He's played
PlayStation.
all the games.
He's literally
Since
played all the games.
96.
He's been there with me playing like all the. One time he just bought Tekken 4 for me like out of nowhere. We were at a Best Buy. It was just sitting there, and he was like, "Yeah," because he likes Tekken as well. So he was like, "I get to play this too." So he bought it, and I was like, "Damn." Then I played Tekken 4, and I was like, "Why the fuck are there staircases on this like map? I don't get it." On the stage,
Why am I fighting in a shopping mall?
why can't I punch people through this phone booth? Actually, bring that stage from Tekken 4 back. I want some nutty shit like that.
Please.
Tekken 4 was
Unpopular, unpopular
weird.
opinion, but I love those stages.
It was like, here's the thing: competitively, it's garbage, but playing with your
Yeah,
friends,
absolutely.
it's really, really stupid and fun. It's like Tekken Ball.
So to the trailer, what did you think of it?
The trailer, at first, here's the thing. So I had the stream up, the state of play,
Hmm.
and I was talking to a customer. And as soon as at first I was like, oh, it's Killzone. Because I didn't see the G Corp symbol. I just saw the helmet, and I thought there was the Hellgas helmet. And then immediately I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, and then I hear
That's
like,
pretty copy.
yeah, and then I had to put the customer on mute because I was like screaming. And then I wrapped up the call so quickly, and then I was like, all right. I didn't think they were gonna start the state of play with a fighting game trailer. Like,
Thing is, if they were gonna do that, I didn't expect it to be a Tekken 8 reveal.
no, no,
I
I
thought
would,
that would have been something we end the show with, or like be just randomly thrown in the middle.
yeah, because to be honest, I think that's the only game I remember from the reveal, or
Mhm.
from the state of play. But like, but that was just as soon as they start fighting, and I noticed like how the game was performing. I said, holy shit, this is an actual in-game match. This is an
Yeah.
actual in-game match. And throughout the whole thing, I was like, I'm kind of glad that they're real, because everyone was at first thinking they're going to reboot the story, but definitely some time went over for Kazuya to
Mhm.
be having gray hair. Because he had,
Why would they think they'd reboot this story?
a lot of people thought they were going to reboot the story, and I didn't understand why they thought of that. I mean,
Like Tekken 7 literally ends with a cliffhanger.
I'm like, Jesus, you're right. And then he technically
Yeah,
ends with two, since it's like
but yeah, like
Kazi just hanging out of the
technically
cliff.
technically two cliffhangers. There's the ending with Jin on the rooftop, and he's like, "I have to kill my father." And then there's the thing with after you beat 10 star, or well, not 10 star, but after you beat Akuma, well, I guess beat Akuma. They like both do a blast, and then we don't see who wins.
Reminder that Geese and Negan are canon to the Tekken storyline
Hey,
somehow.
let's not talk about that. How about we not talk about it?
But like, but like, and your thoughts too. I want to know what you thought. Like that
I mean,
whole.
I was kind of the same way. It came out when I was at work, and I literally went to the employee-only bathroom and put my headphones in to watch it. Other than that, I think it looks fucking great. Like, finally, Tekken doesn't look like a 10-year-old game. Jin finally doesn't have stupid big hair anymore, looking like Super Saiyan Goku. Uh, Kazuya looks great. I don't like Jin's gloves, but I love his
With
pants.
gloves? No, I said this in the group chat. They went from gloves graduating up to sleeves. At some
Yeah,
point,
that's probably why I don't like them.
we have to stop calling them gloves. As soon as they touch your elbows, those are not gloves anymore.
Those are sleeves.
Those are sleeves now. But yeah,
But yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to get a PS5 whenever they make more than 5 of them at a time.
I mean, like, I mean, the thing is, I'm actually trying to, I was gonna net a PS5 for my sister and her boyfriend for Christmas, but it looks like my Steam Deck email is gonna come in earlier than it was supposed to, so I gotta grab that first. Then I have to grab the PS5 later. But I found out the easiest way to get a PS5. So
How?
you basically just gotta wait until Sony has them available on their PlayStation Direct site. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, you can only buy one if you have a PlayStation account. And I think if you have Plus, you get better access. So it's technically like a paywall, kind of like how Best Buy has Total Tech and Walmart has Walmart Plus, whatever the fuck it is. So because we already use their services, we have a membership to them. You not only get like first access to it, but you also get free 1 to 2 day shipping, I think, or it's a 2 to 3 day shipping that you get
What
with
the
the.
hell?
Yeah,
You
the
put me on to some new shit.
yeah, I can definitely show you, but like, so I would say at best maybe just check the site every other day when you can. But like the most common bundle I see, because here's the problem: you can't just buy like a PS5. You have to buy a
Mm-hmm.
bundle, but the bundle's not bad. It's the bundle is the most common one I see is the Horizon bundle, where it comes with a
Uh,
PS5 and Horizon Forbidden West, which is
mhm.
like 550 compared to 500 you would have paid for just a regular disc edition PS5. So this one you get a
Yeah.
disc edition and you do get a game with it. And to me, honestly, it's not bad considering the other bundles I saw. at Target and Walmart. It was like, all right, you get this game, you get this shitty charger, and you get Madden or 2K. Please give us $750, please. I'm like, what the
Do you
fuck?
have to get the bundle? Do you have to get the bundle version?
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to get
Or,
the bundle.
sorry, not the bundle version. The disc version.
No, 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 no. It's just that the disc version is the more common one I see. It's the one I always see that runs out of stock the least. It's always the one that's always seems to be more in stock. Everyone's going after the non-bundled ones or the digital edition with Horizon.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, yeah. So I can definitely send you a link. But anyways, but here's the thing. Yeah, but the like that trailer, I don't know. I want to say it was captured on a PS5. It could have just been on a beefy PC, but I honestly believe that for this showcase, they might have just gone with a direct capture off of like whatever build they have for the PlayStation 5. Everyone was kind of talking about like Kazuya and Jin fighting. By the way, whoever was on playing Kazuya, you did fucking 2 electrics in a row. God. But I want to talk about the background. The background was insane.
Yes.
They're in the middle of the perfect storm, and like Mel Gibson's tumbling over his ship and shit.
Mel Gibson.
But it looks awesome. I want more dynamic stages like that.
One of the like small changes I noticed about it is that they've backed up the camera a lot, just like how it used to be in like 5 or so. I think it was 5, where like the camera was like way backed up so you could actually see the stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a nice change.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think they started doing a little bit close up when it started transitioning to HD Tekken. Like, maybe I want to say either Tekken 6 or the PS3 version of Dark Resurrection, where the camera zoomed in just a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'd say it was probably 6. I want to say 6. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, that was when they were like, all right, boys, we got HD to work with. Let's just zoom in. We can make this shit wide now.
Yeah, make close quarters fighting the thing.
Like, but that was everything about that. Just because the one thing I really love about Tekken is, and it's something you pointed out as well, is that it's a legacy fighter, which means a lot of characters sometimes stay consistent. However, one character... What was that?
I don't remember pointing that out, but okay.
No, no. You didn't say exactly a legacy fighter, but it was kind of like if you pick Kazuya, he's gonna play the same way he did in like 5, the same way he's gonna play in 7. Yeah, because some games are like that. KOF is like that, but you know who's not like that? Jin.
I guess. I mean, he's been the same since 4. They just add more moves to him.
Yeah,
but
other
than that, I can still pop off the same combos in 4 that I do in 7.
Yeah, but the thing is, as when I was a tiny dumb child, as opposed to a large dumb adult man, I played Tekken 3 a lot, and then I was like, oh man, Tekken 4, this is gonna be great. And then I pop in Jin, I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't I? I was like, what is going on?
First off, you gotta back up because you didn't realize you got the game and didn't realize that you had to unlock Jin. You just thought he just wasn't in the game, like everybody else.
Yeah, you had to. Who did you have to? Because
I had to do. You had to
Kazuya?
do arcade mode with with Horong.
Was it Horong really?
Yeah, because then Jin pops up at the ending and they fight in the parking lot, and then that's how you unlock Jin.
Yeah, but then like when I play Jin, I'm like, why are things different? And I realized, I guess if I just wanted to play Tekken 3 Jin, I just have to play Kazuya.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah.
You know, it was one of the things Tekken 4 introduced me to that made me realize we're in the future.
What?
Okay, ready? Get close to this.
Oh no.
You start the match with Jin's hoodie is up, but when you get knocked down, the hoodie comes down. And I was like, whoa! Video games.
The clothing moved.
Look at the way the clothes move.
It's so realistic.
I was like, this is next level shit. This is like every video game should have moving clothes now.
Or like when you get knocked in the newer games, when you get knocked in like a puddle of water and their clothes are actually wet.
Yeah, there's actually like some level of like moisture on them, and even gets like a little darker whenever you look at it, because of course when you soak it, it gets dark. But Like it's shit like that. It was like, oh man, this is future tech right now. This is amazing. And then like the other thing for Tekken 8, which something I guess because they kind of wanted to keep it cinematic,
Hmm.
was because there was no HUD, so we didn't get an idea what the actual life bars look like, what portraits
Yeah.
would look like. Um, but they did basically indicate something.
Mhm.
Rage drives and rage arts are staying because
Yeah, when Jin turns into Sephiroth at the end of the trailer.
uh, as soon as the wing came up, I just heard the drums for One Wing Angel. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, but that was to me. I was like, that's something NRS does in their fighting game trailers, like with Mortal Kombat X and MK11. Whatever's in the
Mhm.
trailer is a teaser to basically what's going to show up in the game. That's
Okay, like thing is, you say that, but at the end of the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer, they showed Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion, and we never got that costume in the game.
holy shit. We never did.
Nope.
That's right. I remember being mad about that, but I was also
Yup.
okay with the idea of like, you know what? His retro costume is still cool, and I
Yeah, they gave like a retro costume that's similar to it, but it's not the exact same thing.
yeah, I think it was like what was it? It was past Scorpion, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was kind of like it, and NetherRealm knows the like, oh yeah, we know you love the MK3 costumes, but we're not gonna make it perfect. Like for some reason, just never really looks the same. In MKX, it looked all right,
Hmm.
but it just there was something missing about it. But anyways,
We could do an entire episode on things that piss me off about Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 1. Why does Liu Kang look like discount Bruce Lee? But
Mortal Kombat 11. Why so many guest characters?
to be honest with you, that's the one trend in fighting games that I really love. I love guest characters.
I like guest characters too, but not when you're gonna charge me to pick fucking Terminator, RoboCop, and a bunch of characters that aren't from other fighting games, or at least like you would expect to be in a fighting game. I like fighting game characters, guest characters that are from other fighting games. That's why I don't care for Negan in Tekken.
I can imagine Harada walked into the development floor and he's just holding an iPad and is just playing the Walking Dead intro, and he goes, "I have an idea."
Which I'm still baffled by the fact that they put Negan in Tekken, because they put him in like 3 years after that episode happened, and like nobody is watching Walking Dead anymore. They
No,
were super late to the party.
Harada was watching Walking Dead, and that was enough.
He's like, damn, I just saw this episode the other night. I know it happened 3 years ago, but
There should be a way to find out what else Harada's watching. Maybe like Tekken 8, we're gonna get a Better Call Saul character in the game.
God, do
We're
you
gonna.
think we'll have guest characters this year or this game?
What was that?
Do you think we'll have any guest characters in this
Oh
game?
yeah, because guest characters sell. Guest characters sell. That's the big
Who do
thing.
you think is going to be then?
For Tekken 8, I think that's.
You think Akuma's coming back?
I mean, I hope. I really hope he comes back. But as far
I
as
don't think
like,
I don't think Akuma's gonna come back, but they'll just replace him with some other Street Fighter character.
oh, you know who should be Oni.
Who? Oh boy.
Yeah, Oni from Ult. What is this? It's Akuma, but he's a Super Saiyan. That's literally Akuma. It's
They'll
just
add homeless looking Ken from Street Fighter 6.
yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig Ken's design, and there's a little
Hey,
nod.
we'll get the Street Fighter talk later.
Okay, yeah, because I got plenty of things to say about Ken and other
Yeah.
shit that was there. But as far as how Tekken looked, it looks. Of course, it's Tekken to me has always been one of those games where it's going to be the prettiest looking fighting game on the market until
Absolutely.
until like NRS got big Warner Brothers budget to make their games
Yeah.
look incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what
but
guest characters do you think are gonna be in?
Tekken 8, I mean, here's the thing: it's kind of hard to predict because Tekken 8 we might not even see until I want to guess spring of 2023.
Oh man, don't even remind me of how long it takes to get a Tekken game after they announce it.
Well,
It's
no.
gotta go
Here's the
through
best part.
three
Here's the best part.
cycles of arcade.
Well, no. That's the thing. They're skipping an arcade release altogether, so that's
Oh,
good.
good.
Yeah,
good.
they are just straight up skipping an arcade release altogether. So
About time.
I want to safely assume maybe we'll get Tekken 8 either late spring or summer of 2023. And I want to say summer because that's more time for people to get a PS5. So there's that. and and as far as a guest character, I mean, here's the thing. When I can say in a sentence, "Oh, this is a Tekken game where a Final Fantasy character can fight the Walking Dead guy," like that just leaves everything open. I could say fucking I'm looking at my movie wall thinking who the hell could be in here. I could say Akira Tetsuo from Akira can show up in Tekken. Or Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho can show up in Tekken.
We'll get the main character from Prey because by then the movie won't be as popular.
Ooh, Dexter from Good Burger shows up in Tekken.
Or Dexter from Dexter.
But like Prey would be my god, I forgot the character's name, but yeah, the hunter from Prey, the main character.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be cool, but Disney owns her, so can't put her in Tekken.
Man.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll see her in MVC4. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I want to say, like, as far as a character that could kind of fit Tekken and would work as a great guest character to kind of bring everyone like wanting to play the game, I immediately think it has to be like a modern anime character, or like a modern. Actually, you know what? I think I got it. You want people to play this game. You want to attract a modern audience. Put Luke from Street Fighter.
That actually is not a bad idea.
Yeah, and I mean,
like, would that be a good idea considering how new he is to Street Fighter? Because he's supposed to be now the new main protagonist, and they made him a last-minute DLC character in the last game.
Well, the development for Street Fighter V was like that game was not supposed to have in Season 5.
I feel like if you make him a guest character for Tekken, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is a new original Tekken character."
I mean, it is kind of like I feel like you would want to go with a legacy character, kind of like maybe Ryu or Zangief. I think like if I had to pick a Street Fighter character that would make kind of the most sense, I would go with probably I don't know the correct pronunciation of his name. I mostly hear everyone saying Abel or Abel, the French wrestler from Street Fighter 4. I feel like he would make the most sense because of like a lot of his techniques are basically link strikes into a grab. And that really works in Tekken. Yeah, that would really work in Tekken. But
that's pretty much what Game does.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not a matter of what makes the most sense. It's what makes the most cash. What will get more people to play this? I mean,
if that's the case, it'll just be Ryu or Ken.
Yeah, but I almost feel like that's just too much of a... And I love Ryu to death, but it almost feels like a boring, predictable pick. Like, so I feel like maybe you would have to go with someone like... I got this drawer full of old PlayStation 2 fighting games. Let me see. I'm gonna point at a game. What is it? Okay, it's gonna be Suspect from Def Jam 5 for New York. There we go. That's the new character for Tekken 8. They've realized.
Could you imagine having to fight that character on the stage that they showed in the trailer? It's gonna be impossible to see him.
I don't know if it was CEO 2018 or 19, but I basically had this argument that Suspect's inner like strength, that's first of all unnamed, could potentially be stronger than the Satsui no Hado, the Orochi, and the Devil Gene. It's untapped, unfigured out. Like no one even has a name for it. What's Suspect's huge power source? No one knows. You get too close to him.
Isn't he banned in tournament play?
Oh yeah, he's banned. Of course he's banned. He has max stats.
That's why.
He's almost the final boss character.
Jesus.
Like that's how strong he is. When you pick him, his stats, everything else is maxed out. Like it doesn't matter. Like even charisma. So if you throw a character into the crowd as Suspect, you're almost guaranteed someone's gonna grab him, and it's gonna set you up for a grab or a hard strike, like a haymaker. He's so busted. But yeah, don't put him in Tekken 8 because he's gonna break the game. You're gonna see. Jesus. It's gonna be the Leroy case again, where like 7 of the top 8 players are just playing Leroy.
God, please.
You know what?
As far
Here's a good question. If
what
you could bring back a DLC character for Tekken 8, just starting in the roster, who would it be?
does it have to be a non-fighting game character like those guys,
No, no,
or
no, no. A character,
anybody?
basically any DLC Tekken 7 character, you could bring back to being the default roster.
Oh, that's easy. The fucking Armor King. That's my main.
Armor King is sick. I personally I go Leroy just because his presentation, his flair,
Yeah, I'm
everything was
sure for a
so.
fact Leroy's coming back. He got top billing in the anime over some legacy characters. Like he's definitely coming back.
That to me was so weird. I was like Leroy.
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining when he showed up in Bloodlines. I was like, okay, yeah, this works. I don't care. I want Leroy and everything now. He's just cool. That's it.
But yeah, like two out of my no three yeah 3 out of my 4 mains are DLC characters. The Armor King, Kunimitsu, and Lydia. If any of those 3 are in the base roster in the next game, I'll be happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot Kinemitsu was in the game until you mentioned her.
Wow, wow, disrespectful.
I mean,
She's one of the most OP characters.
see, that's the thing. I don't play Tekken often, but I think I kind of want to try it out some more, especially since I'm getting used to my hitbox a bit more, and I'm learning like movement in Tekken with that. So I just gotta settle on a main. I heard that if you play Armor King or basically a grappler character in Tekken with a hitbox, it can get a little disgusting if you know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm willing to learn then.
Armor King.
I was gonna pick. I actually bought the because I already have all the DLC on PS4, but I just bought all the DLC for PC, so I can just yeah. So then I can just like practice on like my computer whenever I can or whatever. But yeah, so those are good choices though. I always Armor King is like that one meme you always see where it's like I forgot the name, but it's like Daniel, and then there's the cooler Daniel.
Literally, because before they put him out as DLC, I was just playing regular King, and then they dropped Armor King, and I was like, wow, this is so much better. This is regular King, but with good strikes.
I remember because like I saw when I saw him as a kid, and oh man, I want to say Armor King was in Tekken 2. He wasn't in Tekken 3, I know that, but when he was in Tekken 2 and he showed up, I was like, oh, it's King, but he's dark,
black.
but black, and he has armor. This is way more sick.
It also doesn't help that like he has a lot of Mishima traits. Like he does the uppercut, and then on top of all that, he's got the he spits mist, and it grants you a free grapple.
Oh, it's like real life. If I belch in your face, you're gonna be confused for a moment, and that's when I can move on to my next attack.
If you belch it, never mind. Continue. Anyway,
So like, but you know, it's funny because you know who's technically a Mishima like character, but isn't in Tekken?
Ooh. Oh,
Pikachu.
okay.
Yeah, no, in Pokken Tournament, they actually did
I figured you were talking about
yeah,
Pokemon.
they actually did a
Like,
compilation.
what do you mean?
They did a compilation of Pokemon characters that had like certain Tekken characters, and there's a lot of Ahachi's moves that are in like Pikachu, and the one that made me laugh is they gave Garchomp Brian's move sets.
Oh my god!
The funniest shit, they like it's not enough to give him his move sets. They gave him his win animation where he's like
The one where
laughing.
he just punches the opponent.
No, I wish. Can you imagine? Just ends with Garchomp punching the shit out of like a Squirtle or something.
Oh my god, I need
But
that.
it's the one where he's laughing. He's like, nah, but
Oh
you
my
know
God,
what? We
that's
need
great.
that though. We need We need a sequel for that. You need to have
To make
Garchomp.
that one of the guest characters.
Yes, make Garchomp a guest character.
That's how they're gonna sneak Heihachi into the game. Since he's dead now, they're just gonna put Pikachu in and give him all Heihachi's moves.
Okay, you know what? This is actually something I want to cover because some people are
What?
kind of being stupid about this. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Heihachi can 100% come back to the Tekken 8 roster.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking Zumi's in Tekken 7 and she's dead.
Because people, you know, because people forget it's like, well, Well, but they're dead. They can't show up in the roster. Well, you know what? Flashback fight. All you have to
Yeah,
do is
especially since now that we know that they're gonna keep doing the story modes like they did in seven, I'm sure we're gonna get a flashback fight of Jin training with Heihachi, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Jin, just like they did in seven when he beat the shit out of Kazuya.
yeah. And you know what? I'm pretty sure like as far as costumes go, because sometimes costumes change other cosmetic things like hair and face. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get old and young Heihachi.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
like it if we got, it'd be cool like for Tekken 8, and I would really really fucking love this.
What?
Give me flashback fights. Like, but flashback, because Tekken 7 did have flashback fights like with Heihachi fighting Kazumi, okay?
Yeah,
But
and that, and when they made you the best part of the story mode, when they made you play the Tekken 5 opening.
yes. Yeah, you get me. That was like that shit was good. But what if you could do shit like Kazuya was like, I remember the first time I took down your grandfather, and you have to play the last fight of the King of Iron Fist tournament where it's Kazuya
Oh
versus Heihachi,
God,
and you have to
have to do it
replay
all
the
over
scene.
again.
Yeah, and it's replaying the scene where he throws him over the cliff. Like, give me shit like that. I will love story mode if it's like
Give me
we're gonna
the
go back to.
give me the 8K version of Kazuya making the face after he throws Heihachi off the cliff.
You're gonna run that in 8K, but like it's gonna run at 15 frames per second. But yeah, like shit like that. There's plenty of flashback fights that we would definitely like to go back and do. I mean, of course, we're not gonna get all the flashback fights, like fighting True Ogre or anything like that, because I can't. The idea of having True Ogre with PS5 graphics kind of horrifies me a little. I don't need that to happen.
I also don't want to deal with fighting him in this game.
Yeah. So you know what? I feel like if they put True Ogre in this game, there's no way in hell you can make him competitively okay.
Absolutely not.
And I don't care about balance sometimes, but also I think in the perspective of I like really nutty shit, and then I play Dragon Ball Fighters, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, maybe we need to pull the reins back a little bit when I gotta fight fusion characters. Help me,
Especially
God.
if you want to talk. Especially if you want to talk competitively, look at Tag 2, I think it was, where both ogres were banned in competitive play.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah,
and there was one like that was in Tag 2 is so weird. It's like I don't know a single person who hates it, and I don't know a single person who loves it. Everyone's like, I mean, it's all right. Like,
I mean, I'm one of the people who love it. I'm thinking about rebuying it for my PS3.
I mean, honestly, do it. I mean, I do anything I can to try to preserve fighting games. That's why I keep buying those retro re-releases that Capcom puts out or SNK puts out, where it's like, look, it's you can play Cyberbots, and I'm like, okay, cool. Here's $40. Give me this. Give me this collection right now. Because if I have to tell somebody, oh, you want to play this game? Well, first you got to download Fightcade. Oh, wait, you don't have a computer? Well, fuck you then. Shit like that. So, but I mean, Tekken 8, they kind of also, and I have a lot of faith considering Harada is now in a different position now. So, and there's probably people on the team making the game that are around our age, probably a little bit older, who maybe play Tekken when they were younger. Because that was something I kind of noticed about the Street Fighter 6 devs. They're about a little bit older than us, whether it's like about 5 to 10 years older. But these are people who did play these games when they started out as fans, and then they grew to be like players and then bigger fans at that point. So I feel like right now we're in a state where maybe we're like fighting games. Maybe the industry's in a little bit of a better spot considering who's on the dev team and everything. But again, that's just speculation at this point. But Harada being in a different position might help a bit. Also he kind of leaked something else. Like he kind of technically leaked that, like, I don't know when we're gonna release a new Tekken game. He did this in a thing called Harada's Bar, where
I've heard of that. I watched Maximilian's video on that.
I saw at first Max talking about it, then I went to watch the actual video. And the funny thing is, he said when we release Tekken, and I'm like, He never said if. He said when.
When.
Like, I know they're never gonna stop making Tekken games, but it's kind of when you say when, and it's like been a while since your last game came out, not updated, came out. That kind of tells me something, and even like sort of like accidentally mentioned that there is probably another Virtua Fighter game coming out because he mentioned I don't want to drop it when Sega drops Virtua Fighter, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's another 3D game that we all get to play now.
I mean, judging by the way Sega does things, we will absolutely get Virtua Fighter when we shouldn't be getting it.
I hope because like I hope honestly Virtua Fighter and Tekken get releases very far apart from each other. Very
Yes.
far apart. I don't want fighting.
They need to release Virtua Fighter when nobody else is dropping stuff. Because every time they release a new Virtua Fighter, it's always right around the corner from another game.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, oh man, you know what happened? I just remembered. It was when Tekken 7 dropped. You know what else dropped? Like I think a couple weeks
What?
before, or like a month before that.
Like
Injustice
Mortal
2.
Kombat.
No, Injustice 2.
Yeah, it was Injustice 2. Because I remember playing that and then getting bored with it, and then Tekken came out.
Yeah, and I remember having to think like, fuck. I was like, all right, I just got to do this whole month of just eating ramen and occasionally the dollar menu when the dollar menu was still a thing. And I was like, I can do that and I can afford both these games. I can do this. I could do this. Yeah, that was when my job was not that great at Disney, and yeah.
In the trenches.
But that was also a time where I could shop at Walmart at 2 a.m. So there's a big give and take there. But yeah, so the big rule is please don't release fighting games too close to each other. Please don't do that. Because I'm in a position where luckily if like let's say one fighting game comes out a week apart and I'm like, yeah, I can afford that. But not everyone can. They should remember that the FGC is, as much as we really don't like to say it, is like compared to all the other competitive genres,
We're poor.
we're poor as fuck. That's why some of us still have to like, ask a friend, hey, can you bring us setup when we're running a local? We don't have everything, and like sometimes it's to the point where it's like I remember one of my friends asked me, hey, could you bring your PS4? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Cause they caught me literally as I was about to leave, and I was like, yeah, that's not a problem. And it was like, you have all the DLC, right? I was like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
no.
like, okay, good. And thing is, when I was in college, I had I was in a gaming group, and it wasn't even small either. We were like we were technically the second biggest club on campus, and I basically like I was the fighting game person of the group. If fighting games are being run, I have to be the one to be like, okay, this is the game that's being run. This is what we'll use as the prize, and okay, I had to buy all the DLC anytime they became available. One time I had someone help bring a PS4, and the tournament got backed up because, and this is Street Fighter V, he only bought one DLC character. He didn't buy the season pass. So I was like, oh fuck. And he was like, yeah, my main's not on that. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, it's fine. We're gonna wait for this setup to finish, and then we'll do your match. And at one point, it got a little bit more backed up, but we managed to finish we managed to finish in a decent amount of time. But I was like, shit. Why can't you guys just buy the season pass? God damn it. How you're gonna love the character if you can't even play them?
Pretty much. 2 more Tekken related topics before we get on to the next topic.
Yep.
As far as guest characters, I'm 100% predicting Terry Bogard from SNK.
Oh, you know what? Terry Bogard, but it's going to be the Garou version of him. Mark of the Wolves Terry.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Mark of the Wolf, because Garou 2 just got greenlit. So I think they want to maybe use a more modern version of or current version of Terry to kind of like as a tie-in promotion. I mean, I feel like he's also going to have the classic outfit with the vest and the hat, but that's going to be more as like that's going to be the player 2 side Terry. They're going to show him more in like the bomber jacket and long hair down, no ponytail or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just because maybe that's the Terry they kind of want to push, or maybe they're gonna push the design of whatever they're gonna use in Garo too. What if we ever see like another promotional shot or whatever? That's a good call though. That's a good call. That it might most likely be Terry, and it's not like they, and it's actually Geese was good practice because Geese showed up with a just like Akuma. He has a meter, and his meter is literally just the meter from KOF 14, which is kind of hilarious. Yeah. It's like, yeah, fuck it, just slip it on there.
Just copy and paste.
Yeah, just go and just goes like, and yeah, there we go. Just like
the other topic, last topic on Tekken I want to talk about. Now that we have a new Street Fighter and a new Tekken coming out, you think we're ever getting Tekken Cross Street Fighter?
Every time you ask for Tekken Cross Street Fighter, Harada just buffs Akuma in the next patch. This was plus 2. Now it's plus 6. Suffer. I honestly think, in a serious term, I don't think so. I don't think we're getting that right now.
Not. I want to say yes because like they're both coming out around the same time, kind of, and then like both games sort of they're revamping all the character models. Like Harada said with Tekken 8, they scrapped all the character models from 7. He's redoing everybody. So,
which to me is like weird. Like they kind of reuse assets from like since Tekken 5, they just, and even a little bit of 4, they've just been kind of reusing some assets, which is common for fighting games.
Like a 10-year-old game anymore.
I guess if they want to do like things 100% brand new, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess it's fine. But as far as getting Tekken Cross Street Fighter soon, no. Is
not
it
soon?
Yeah, but can it still happen? Maybe. I want to say that after Street Fighter 6 and 8 solidifies their current character models as like the new normal, okay? Then that's when it's like, okay, that's when we can get Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Because I also want
that in place of a tag game instead.
Yeah, honestly think we will, and I want you to also remember that in Street Fighter 6, okay? This game, Street Fighter 6 comes out in 2023. All right? Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior came out in 1991. That means within let's see, I suck at math, but that means within about 32 years, okay? 32 years, Ryu finally got a new default costume.
Did you just say 1991 to 2023? Wait, 30 what?
23. Yeah.
You said that's how many years?
32 years. No way.
Okay.
Yeah, that is 32 years.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I heard wrong.
Okay.
Continue though.
Yeah. But think about this. When a new Tekken game comes out, characters are like, all right, cool, outfit switch. Okay, new game, new fit. Here we go. But in Street Fighter, Ryu's like, nah, I'm holding on to this gi. It's been doing me well. Then in Street Fighter 6, someone says, bro, you fucking stink. And he's like, all right.
Bro, take a shower.
People, he stunk so bad, people thought Ryu had a GameCube controller. But like, then he got a new costume. But in most fighting games, okay, people typically just get a new game, new fit. All right? That's how it typically goes sometimes. Not with Street Fighter, though. Unless you, like, some characters, maybe. Okay? Maybe. But, like, Ryu? Nah. He was like, this has been doing me well. It's like when you see someone wearing this... I mean, yeah. I mean, his design is iconic. His design, to me, I love it because I love a very simple but, iconic design. What's cool about Ryu is that if you make a silhouette of him, you'll immediately know who it is. You know.
Well, correction. If you're like me, you'll be like, is that Ryu from Street Fighter or is that Akira from Virtua Fighter? Because they both wear the same costume.
Oh wait, but he has. Oh no, at one point Ryu had a white headband. Yeah, that's right. But
the only difference is Ryu wears gloves.
I mean, yeah, he's got to protect his hands. He also makes the Hadouken. Maybe it hurts a little, like gives you hand tingles or whatever.
Hand tickle.
Yeah.
I guess that's a perfect segue to get into Street Fighter 6 talk.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were just gonna maybe announce Ken. They said, "Nah, man, we're announcing 4 characters."
We're announcing Ken, and he's homeless. His wife took the kids.
And I guess that means we can also mention that the rumors were fake.
What
Ken's.
rumors?
Well, here's the thing. They actually said what Ken's story was. So Ken turns
Oh,
out, yeah, they said that basically a crime organization is framing Ken for like some nasty ass crime, and
what?
he's going into hiding. That's his whole thing.
Okay, so you might need to explain Street Fighter lore to me one of these days because I haven't paid attention to Street Fighter since Street Fighter 4, and I never knew that this stuff had storylines. I thought it was just dudes fighting each other, and I just knew that Akuma and Ryu hated each other for no reason.
Yeah, well, no,
Why?
this
Why is Ken being framed by the CIA?
no. I was gonna say a gang, but you're not too far off. Please don't come for us. But but like no, apparently it's a gang that it's a criminal organization that's framing Ken. This is all brand new stuff, by the way. This all of this is not really tied into any previous lore, but a lot of people are suspecting the crime organization is the newly formed Mad Gear Gang, that we keep seeing like in the other Street Fighter 6 trailers, which to me that makes sense. That kind of makes sense. I think that's really it. Ken didn't invest in NFTs. His wife didn't leave him. He still has the kids or
This
kid.
man said, this man said, I will cosplay Paul Phoenix from Tekken 4.
Oh man, that's literally it.
That's just him.
Oh, but like that's his whole thing.
It also helps because Paul wears a red gi.
I just want to like see. I just want one animated scene being like, "What do you mean? Of course I won. The fuck is a true ogre?" They're just taking they take away the trophy, the tiara, the flowers away from Paul. But
So what are you most excited about Street Fighter 6?
that is a really tough question because they showed so much. There's so much content in Street Fighter 6. You swear it was a PlayStation 2 fighting game. Like
You're right.
there's
so much
There's
stuff.
so much shit. Like, what I like is the extreme battle mode where it's like, oh, the bulls can run at you. Play hot potato with this ball. I was looking at that and I was thinking, I want to get I want to get everyone from the group chat be like, yo, let's play this goofy shit right now. I want to play seriously. I want to run with the bulls.
Jeez.
Like, it's just don't in the character creation. Oh man. And then
That's one thing I really wanted to talk about because I am not a fan of character creation in fighting games besides Soul Calibur.
me neither. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a bit of a hot take. I know. I trust me. I know.
Because every time they do character creator in a fighting game, it's just, hey, here's a character that you can create, and they'll just do the moves of a character that's already in the game.
Yeah.
The only reason I like Soul Calibur is because, like, I don't really know any of the characters in the game. I just create people that look cool. I'm like, oh, this is the sword that I want them to have.
There's someone out there, someone who is like, I'm gonna make a samurai. What are you gonna call him? I'm gonna call him Jin Sakai. He's from the islands of Tsushima. And then that boy became a developer at Sucker Punch. But yeah, there is one thing I want to mention about Jin Sakai a little bit later, but but basically but I noticed when they were going more into depth with the character creation on this, I was like, fuck, they really went in on customization with this. One of the things that I saw my friend pop off about, and like, here's the thing, he's got locks. I've never seen him without a big beanie. And first thing he messaged me was, Japanese devs finally figured out black people hair. And I was like, and here's the thing, I was sleepy because I missed most of TGS. I was like, there's context to this. There has to be. I woke up to this and I'm like, hold on. wait. And I said, is it Phantasy Star, Street Fighter, or Tekken? He goes, Street Fighter. And he just drops a link. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Let me watch
I
this.
mean, he's not wrong though. The fucking character creation looks great, and the hairstyles are actually pretty decent.
Yeah, like they look good. I mean, I kind
It's
of
not. It's not. It's not like most games where it's just hair. You get afro or cornrows. There you go. That's your black hairstyles.
and they're like maybe Japanese devs were too afraid to ask anybody else what it looked like. Either that or they're like, those two young children in the Boondocks. I really love those two kids. Make them
That's
the
exactly what it is.
select your hair, Huey or Riley. But but like yeah, the character creation, there's so much in depth. And here's the thing, I know for a fact there's gonna be some pieces of character creation, like whether it's clothes or accessories, that is gonna be either you have to find extra collectibles for it, or you gotta pay real money for that. And I understand that, I get it, okay. But as long as it's cosmetics and not, of course, anything detrimental to how the game actually plays.
I miss the days when I could just play a game and unlock shit by playing the game. Now I have to spend real money on it.
Okay, see, the argument I have to that is there were people back then who paid $70 for Street Fighter 2 on their Super Nintendo, and then they had to drop another 85 to play Hyper Fighting on their Super Nintendo.
70 bucks? There's no way Nintendo games are 70 bucks.
Oh
What?
no, Michael! If you look at a Toys R Us ad from back then, there were
What?
people. I'm not even kidding. There are here. Hang on, actually, I'm gonna pull this up because I want to hear your genuine shock and awe. Let's see here.
Okay. Send it to
Okay.
me.
Yeah, here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna type in old Toys R. Let me see. Old Toys R Us Nintendo ad. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I can find. Okay, is this a good one? Let me check this. Let's see. Oh man, the image is so small. What the fuck? How big is this? It's like 500 by 413. What the hell is this? Let's see here. Okay, you can spend. Oh, you want to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo? I hope you have $70 for that.
What?
Yeah, you want to play the butchered port? Have fun, dickhead. Let's see. Oh my god! Hey, Michael, do you want to play Street Fighter 2 Alpha on the Super Nintendo? Well, just ask your parents for 70 whole bucks.
Jesus.
You want to play?
Also, I know this ad is from '96, but Jesus, you couldn't give me a little more pixels with this damn thing.
This I know. Well, that one's like pure shit, but like the second one's a bit more clear.
$70.
70.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay. So it was Mortal Kombat. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's a part of that same ad. Okay, that's why it looked familiar.
I see under PlayStation 1, I see Mortal Kombat. I think that's Mortal Kombat Trilogy for $47.99.
So wait. Hold on. Let me look at that. The super. Oh my. So wait a minute. Hold on. So the better version, is cheaper and okay, loading times are a thing, but it has more content though. Content with a K. And let's see. Okay, hold on. Madden. Oh, okay. You want to play Madden on the PlayStation 1? Okay, that's $48. Oh, but you have a Super Nintendo? Give me $60. Idiot.
That's what you get for having a Super Nintendo, dickhead.
Yeah, because
it's 1996. Get with the program.
There should be a commercial where PlayStation goes, "What are you, too poor?" Give me edgy commercials back. Give me. You know what they need?
You know what? Them taunting us for not having a PS5 yet.
You know how the PSP had Marcus? You know what the PS5 needs? Lou Ratchet. Just have him be like, "Hey man, you still got the PS4? You know that shit still.
PS4?
You know that shit. You know that shit still has a hard drive. I got an SSD though." He says, "All right, let's play some Tekken," and it goes. As soon as you do like a rage art on it.
And it sounds like a fucking chainsaw starting up.
But like, and that's the thing. The cartridge games were always stupid expensive, especially Nintendo ones. Like,
I don't understand why. It's the worst version of the game.
it's the work, but guess what? You have to make up the cost of producing it. That's the problem. You have to make up the cost it was to produce it on. And the thing is, these weren't just regular ass cartridges. No, you had to buy these specific cartridges directly from Nintendo to then manufacture, to then put the actual like board in, and then sell it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like specific things. I remember I learned this like a long time ago, when I had my history of video games class back in college, where it was like, oh yeah, they had like a basically a monopoly on this. Oh man, I'm like looking. Oh wow, look, like imagine showing this to your parents and being like, okay, well, what do I get? An N64 or a PS1? I know there's missing pixels on this like crazy, but just deal with it. Look at all
No,
the
this picture is actually really good quality. Why is this such good quality?
actually. Okay, well, it looked like shit on the other one. I don't know why, but anyway,
This is 4K.
yeah, but like, look, notice all the PS1 games. They're drastically cheaper. Doom 64 is $75.
Jeez.
$75. Like, there's no one-to-one game here that you can like. You can argue the N64 had some bangers. Like, we're looking at Doom 64, Super Mario 64, Wave Race 64, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Mario Kart 64.
Hold on. Die Hard Trilogy for $54.99? Why was that even a game?
Oh, it's
Why
actually
do I want to play a Die Hard game?
oh, it's actually kind of fun. Surprisingly, it's really fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's technically like 3 games in one. I mean, trilogy, yeah, but it's like imagine 3 types of games. Like you get like a light gun game, of driving game. It's pretty nuts, honestly. But that game's great. But like, look at Soul Edge before Soul Calibur, Soul Edge, $50. See, that's decent.
Understandable.
That's understandable right there. I don't want to pay $55 for Independence Day on the Sony PlayStation Uno though. But like, look at, I don't know, I can't even identify what this game is on the bottom right for the N64. Gretzky's 3D Hockey, $75. Go fuck yourself.
Jesus.
Are you kidding me?
Mario Kart 64, $60.
And people were complaining about games now being 70. And it's like, bro, look how much you get for $70.
It's worth it for $70 now.
Yeah, at least $70 is at this point, and that's just if you're buying the next gen or at this point kind of transitioning the current gen version of the game, you know? Because
Jeez.
yeah, I mean, like games were hella expensive back then. There was especially if it was a first party Nintendo. Okay, hang on. This one is egregious as fuck.
All right,
Okay.
last segue before we get back on topic.
I can't show it to you because it's not an image. It's just a web thing. But remember how we saw in that one thing where it was like, oh, Mortal Kombat trilogy, $48 on PlayStation 1. Now, we can't determine when it came out. Okay, like when these ads came out. But I saw right here, N64, Mortal Kombat trilogy, $75. So,
Jesus.
$25. It has less characters, I'm pretty sure. And watch I be wrong and someone's like, "Oh, dickhead, you're not a real fighting game fan." And
you suck. Why do you have a podcast? Fuck you.
And the game looks like it's smeared in Vaseline. But hey, no loading times. You're okay there. That's where they get you. No loading times. Anyway, but yeah, back to Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
I'm also content with the fact that I'm going to be paying $100 to $110 every time a new fighting game drops, because here's the thing: we're not just buying the game. What else are we buying? The season pass.
Yeah.
Harada says, "Why are you not paying the season pass, nerd?"
Especially for a game that you really like, you're definitely getting season pass as soon as that shit drops.
Yeah, I also don't want to miss characters. Fuck you. I don't know. I'm not missing a character. Like, But so far, all the shit I saw in Street Fighter 6, the huge thing behind it is fun. It looks fun. It looks like it's
Yeah,
got a personality.
I'll admit it looks the funnest Street Fighter has been since like Third Strike.
And here's the thing: 5 was kind of like we want to play it safe, and we want to be kind of esportsy. And I was like, maybe it'll work. I'm not too sure. But then I was like, at some point, like, because the thing is, I was having fun because it's a new Street Fighter game, but now I'm just realizing this game doesn't have any, doesn't feel like it has any soul.
They went
So
way too far into the esports shit and just forgot to just make a fun game.
yeah, like they made it almost too I don't want to say too simple, but they made it too safe. Where it's kind of like
Yeah,
nothing feels like as if things can get a little crazy.
I
Like,
knew things were. I think I knew things were gonna fall apart once I found out that Akuma was not in the base roster.
I mean, I'm assuming Akuma is going to be DLC for SF6 too, because they showed off the whole base roster. Akuma's not in it.
Damn. What? I haven't even seen the base roster.
Oh, the base roster here. I could just pull this up. People have been.
Yeah, link that to me.
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see. See SF6 base roster. So, let's see. People have been putting screenshots up. So, okay, here we go. Here's a good image. Let's here. Pull this over, and so everyone, this is from the opening intro of the game,
Oh,
and
this is it. That's a very. This looks very small.
well, 18 characters is pretty fine for Street Fighter's like starting roster.
Yeah.
So, and considering these are practically new all assets, they're reusing a proprietary engine instead of like the other games where they had to use like the last game was the Unreal Engine, and before that they used another Capcom engine that I can't remember. But to me, what I like about this roster is that there's some level of diversity here. Not in terms of nationality or skin color, but in terms of like what their fighting style may look like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I guess so.
and there's also 3 characters here that they didn't no, 4 characters here they didn't no 5. Sorry, it's 5. It's definitely 5 now. 6,
No,
7 characters. Oh wow, that leak really hurt them. Okay. So there's 7 characters here that they didn't actually get to show off at TGS, but they said fuck it. The leak happened months ago. Let's embrace the fact that they're in the starting roster. And that's going to be the pink hair girl, which I don't know the name of, Cammy, Zangief, JP, who's the menacing white-haired dude in the back. This character, I swear I knew their name, but it's the red-haired woman in the back. Their hair looks like a helmet. Kind of looks like a JoJo's character, to be honest.
I thought that was a dude.
No, she
You sure
built.
it's not a dude?
No, she built.
Holy shit!
She's ready to step on necks. People are already making fetish art of her, man. And
It does look like a helmet, though. It looks like Magneto's helmet.
No, I'm not gonna do that joke. I was like, nah, I can't do that joke. That's too close for X-Men fans. And then there's at the bottom right this indigenous woman. I think it'd be really cool. Like, I'm not saying every character needs to be connected to any other existing character, but I think it'd be cool if she was connected to T-Hawk somehow.
Yeah, they probably will do that.
Yeah, because to me, it's not like Street Fighter isn't like Star Wars where not everyone needs to be connected to someone. I feel like in Street Fighter it's a bit different because that's how you pass on a new generation sometimes. I'm all for a brand new character, but it is kind of cool when some characters are like, this is a basically like, you know, like, oh, I'm the new blood now from this group of characters. Like Jamie, for example. Jamie's basically the new Yin and Yang. You know, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But this is a good roster. 18 characters. If I had to guess, maybe I know that Akuma and Rashid have to be in season 1. That's almost
Sagat's probably going to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, but I have a feeling maybe they want to make like 2 or 3 spots in the first season pass to be like
Hmm.
new characters. So also all the characters from the leak aren't here. So some of the new
Hmm.
characters, I think, like the one that kind of looks like kind of like cyborg-ish looking, and she had these claws. I feel like she's going to be season pass 1. We may see her in the story mode of the game, but she's definitely like a season pass character, no doubt there. But I mean, there's so much shit in Street Fighter 6 that's kind of a little. I hate using this word because everything I said about Street Fighter 5 at first was like it's a little underwhelming. This is almost overwhelming.
Yeah,
Like
it's just too much at
this
once.
is so much of it, but at least I know I have like plenty of things to do when the game drops. It's kind of cool to know that I can turn on Street Fighter 6 and not be concerned with, okay, the only thing I'm going to do is play competitive matches online. No, maybe
Yeah.
I can go walk around Metro City. When they show the part where it was like where the story mode where you go on the subway train and you're fighting guys like it's
Yeah,
Final Fight, I
the
was
Tekken
like,
Force mode.
yeah, but no, but the thing is, like, yeah, Tekken Force mode. But to me, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh shit, it's like Final Fight. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's a subway cart and everything, and I was like, this is actually really cool. Like, they're not just pulling into just Street Fighter; they're pulling into what all their like franchises merge with Street Fighter as well, and I really
Hmm.
appreciate that. So there's so much shit to do. It's cool to know that I can just go in there, upgrade my character, and the cool thing is you can choose a master, which I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
so this is Street Fighter's take on
conquest.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Almost, yeah, like Xenoverse, yeah. So like because in Xenoverse you can be like you can choose like a tutor and you can learn their moves. That's how you unlock new
Hmm.
moves like that.
Yeah, the same thing you're gonna be doing here probably.
Yeah, and then after a while, I think you get to choose which fighting style you want to stick with. Although I mentioned, what if it's like Fight for New York, where if you can like merge 2 or 3 fighting styles and you can get like something crazy, like, oh look, I learned Chun Li's lightning kicks, but I can throw sonic booms with them now. Or you can end the kick, like if you spend meter, you just end with one kick and it does a sonic boom. That'd be fucking crazy.
I think it'll absolutely be like what is it? Mortal Kombat Armageddon, their character creator, where you just pick a bunch of moves from other fighters.
It looks super awkward when they do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You try so hard to make a cool character in MK Armageddon, but they always look like some dickhead.
Yeah, you always just get somebody trying to make a ninja that they don't have a color of, and he
Yeah,
does all Sub-Zero and Scorpion's moves.
I did that. I did
That was me.
that. I made an OC Scarab.
What color was he?
He was dark orange.
Dark orange.
Yeah, dark orange Scarab. The lost soul of Scorpion's son who's resurrected as a wraith. I did you because maybe this you remember, but in MK Armageddon, you could actually type out their whole arcade ending, and I did
Yeah,
that. I
I forgot
did
about
that
that.
for Scarab. Ed
Oh my
Boon, if
god.
you're listening, make Scarab canon.
Yeah, sure. We'll get around to that whenever they put out Chrome with a K.
Oh no. No, I'll take that. I'll settle for fan art of Scarab fighting Chrome. I'll take that. But yeah, again, it's so much content that we're going to be getting in Street Fighter 6 that it is crazy, and I do like that. Like having options, like having other shit to do than just playing the main game. Like,
Yeah, take notes. Take notes, Mortal Kombat.
no, come on. Mortal Kombat has plenty of shit that they put in their games. Like the towers mode, the test the something they should have brought back from MKX. Test your luck.
They should have brought back everything from MKX because MK11, all you could do was play towers or play online.
Yeah, but there was also story mode. Story mode was like Jesus. Story
Nobody,
mode is just
nobody's playing that shit.
story mode is just Warner Brothers flexing their dick, being like, "Look at
Yeah, pretty
this.
much.
Look at this budget."
Here's a Mortal Kombat game. You can either do one-on-one fights, or you can do one-on-one fights, or you could do one-on-one fights online.
Or you can do one-on-one fights, and I hope you remember what attachments were. Otherwise, you're gonna get butt fucked by the CPU in the towers.
Yep. Exactly.
And like I feel like an honest advertisement of like MK11 would be like, have fun by spending 3 days trying to unlock Scorpion's classic mask.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that. I still haven't. It's been how long since that game came out, and I still haven't unlocked all the shit that I want in that game.
When as soon as I locked everything for Scorpion, I almost cried. I was like, "This is it. I have everything now."
Because I'm sure as hell I'm not going through the crypt.
No,
I'm sorry, but
I
I'm not playing that mini game.
at first like the crypt was the first glance of it. I was like, "This looks kind of awesome," and then I was
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I feel like this was another game you guys were trying to make, and then someone said, "Fuck it, put it in MK11," and you're like, "What? Make it the crypt. Put it in
What?
MK11.
Wait, no, what?
Just put it in MK11."
I thought it was fun. I thought it seemed fun too, and then I started playing it.
I remember learning the trick where it was like how to get how to unlock all the severed heads or whatever, and
Hmm.
that got you like the
I did that
brutality.
as well.
Yo,
I
like
did that too.
I don't want like NRS. Listen, I have a job. I work 40 hours a week, and
I'm an adult
I
now.
am an adult and adulate. I talk with my friends. I will occasionally go out, hang out with friends or a romantic partner. I don't have time to sit there and grind to unlock Scorpion's brutality. Either give me an option to grind for the brutality or just buy it. I don't care. Like, some people are like,
Actual money or just coins that you get in the game.
yeah, because
I'll take either one.
every time I think of like, and I remember, I think it was Skate 2, okay? Skate 2 had a DLC called Time is Money. It unlocks
Mhm.
everything you could earn in the game, but you just pay money for it. And I think there wasn't a whole lot
Yeah.
to earn. It was like maybe like $20 the DLC was. But
Mhm.
I was like, even then, as a 16-year-old child, I was like, oh yeah, because like I'm a kid, I got plenty of time to play this. But some people are like old, like they're in their mid-20s or something, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not in my mid-20s anymore. Like Ed Boon, just let me buy that shit. Let me buy. I don't care. Let me buy it. And then I
I'm not
have.
a kid anymore, please.
Oh no, wait! I can buy it. I just have to wait for that stupid ass store to refresh and hope to God it
And hope
has
that
the.
it gives me the thing that I want.
Yeah, it's like a fucking gumball machine sometimes where I'm like, or what is it? It's a gotcha. It's almost like a gotcha, but I'm already and I can already see inside the card pack. What I have
God,
to do is I have to wait like.
we need to just save all this stuff and just do an entire episode on everything wrong with Mortal Kombat.
And it sucks because I love Mortal Kombat, but there was so,
Me too.
but there
It
was so.
sucks because one of the games I grew up on, and then now I hate it. I can't stand it. I
It,
want no more of it.
I'm here's the thing. I'm ready for MK12. I'm absolutely ready for MK12.
I'm not just gonna be Injustice again.
Nah, I don't think so. Everyone,
Anyway, let's save that for another time.
yeah. So, but yeah, Street Fighter 6 looks really fun. I also saw something with
Good.
Dhalsim that looks really gross, and I hated it.
What?
Okay,
Oh,
yeah. So he did standing. I think this was mid screen standing HP. Use drive gauge to dash cancel and continue a combo. Who the fuck thought that was okay?
fuck all that. They made Ken fun again.
They made fun. Yeah, make that a hat. Made Ken fun again.
Yeah,
I'm part
that's
of.
the only thing. I was not excited for this game until I saw the Ken trailer. I was like, oh, he's fun again.
Like they just gave him some crazy, and especially his EX moves look fucking. Like I saw one where it was like he did this EX move, it wall bounced you, put you on the other side, and you could continue the combo. I love dumb
Yeah,
shit like
and
that.
the best part is he does the old pose with the when he gives you the
Yeah,
peace
yeah, yeah.
sign.
The new generation
Right.
pose.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. It's cool little shit. Like cool little callbacks like that are cool. And something my friend pointed out, he said, I think it's the intro. And I don't know how he spotted it because I'm still trying to find footage. But if Ken is fighting Ryu, his intro, he's actually smiling. everyone
Oh,
everyone else he has like a
well,
serious stoic look, but if he's fighting Ryu, he's smiling when he like lands his fist against his hand. He goes like, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's my boy Ryu. Hey,
that
you
was my
got any tips on
boyfriend.
being homeless?"
Well, now everybody can smile. Didn't you see the new game face feature?
Oh man, that's
The most important part about Street Fighter 6.
I know exactly why they
Change my
put that shit in
face.
there. I know
Change my
exactly
face on the
why.
versus screen. I can't wait.
They put that in there because they're like, look, we got to put this game on PS4. While the game loads, we might as well give them something fun to do.
Might as well give them something fun to do.
Yeah, let me just
Get
change.
some faces, growl at each other or some shit. I don't know. Anyway,
But and I already signed up for the closed beta. I hope I get in. They even said it's not a matter of first come first serve. It's just a matter of a lottery system. So if you get it, you get it. But
I hope I get into.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I fucked up because I signed up for the Steam version and
Oh no.
no,
Well, it's crossplay, so
no, it's not a matter of crossplay, but I feel like if I signed up for PlayStation 4, because maybe there's not a whole lot of PS5 users, it would have made it like given me a bigger chance. But
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, but I also want to see how this game will look on my rig, so
Yeah.
really want to check that out. But as far as it looks though, as far as how much content it's bringing, and this game still doesn't have a release date, I already assume this game's going to be coming out early to mid February, easily early to mid February. It's coming out.
Yeah, February, March. That sounds about right.
No, not March. I can tell you why it's definitely not going to be March. So the physical year for Capcom basically like to show all like their I don't know exactly how to put this, but basically like their year of like when they sum up the profit they made and what games sold, what were their big sellers and all that. That ends in like April. Okay, April 1st.
Oh.
So it makes so much sense that they end. They're gonna end February and March with Street Fighter 6 and Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're remaking 4.
Yeah, and they announced that it's a hot take, but like they announced a PlayStation 4 version is in development for Remake 4.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
I'm not like, because it's not like, I remember like some people said like, you're an asshole. You don't want people to play this game. And it's like, at some point, like next year, the PlayStation 4 is going to turn 10. At some point, we just have to stop like big budget development support. I don't care if they put like still indie games on PS4. That's fine.
Well, once again, the problem is that they haven't made enough PS5s for people to get them, so people are still playing their PS4s.
Yeah, but I always tell people, you know what's great? An Xbox Series X. That shit's pretty dope.
I'm not getting an Xbox.
I'm not gonna lie, my Xbox Series S is pretty great. I actually use it every day.
If I end up getting an Xbox, it's literally because I got way too tired of waiting on a PlayStation to come out. But then if I get an Xbox, I can't play shit like God of War or Ghost of Tsushima. So
Yeah, that's true. You gotta play Ghost of Tsushima 2 when it eventually gets announced.
Anything else from Tokyo Game Show you want to talk about before we wrap this shit up?
Yeah, honestly, like the other thing was other than the fighting game stuff that they pretty much showed off, I did like that they actually made more DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and people, yeah, and people are kind of like, well, they made deals. They're updating fighters again with the rollback netcode, and they keep putting out DLC for Xenoverse. There's a big difference though. You know what the big difference between those two games and Kakarot?
What?
Those are multiplayer games.
Wow.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is just you don't play with anybody. There's no other way to spend money. In Xenoverse 2, there's more ways to spend money. Like you can just buy like those weird, I don't know, T medals or whatever the hell it is to buy like loading screen wallpapers, and you can use real money to buy that. So, but like to me, it's kind of, I mean, it's awesome that they care about single player content. Like it's not like, okay, here's a single player game, here's one piece of DLC, bye. They're like, nah, people really like Kakarot, and it's kind of like cool. You understand people really like single player games. Not every game needs to be multiplayer for you to invest big money in.
Yeah.
I mean, because
just here's another Dragon Ball game where they the DLC is just the same shit. You just get to play more of what this TV show has already done.
Yeah, but I mean that's always kind of fun. But what's kind of cool about the Bardock DLC they're dropping, and that's not only the DLC, it's just part of the season 2 DLC, and it's getting PS5 upgrade as well. But the History of Trunks DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, that DLC was better than the actual TV special.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything about it. The one that really made me go like, oh shit, because in the TV special, 17 and 18, when they kill Gohan, they just hit him with like, the energy blast, and he's like,
Mhm.
he's like, dead now, Trunks. But in this
Dead
game,
now, Trunks.
they put out one big blast, and Gohan goes Super Saiyan one more time and tries to hold it back. And I was like, no, I know how it ends. Why do you make me have to do this? But they're like, hey, they're doing things what I feel like Disney live action remakes should be. We're going to do this, but we're going to do it better. Like, and to me, I'm like, when I see the level, what History of Trunks looks like, and the coolest thing about it doesn't end with just him killing Cell and that's it. No, you get the Majin Buu arc with Trunks.
Oh yeah.
You get because when he talked about in the Black arc, where he was like, "Yeah, I fought Majin Buu." Well, he didn't fight Majin Buu. He killed Deborah and Babidi.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, in this one you get to play that, and he even gets like a moment where he turns Super Saiyan 2, which is sick. I loved it, and I'm thinking, I don't know what they're gonna do at Bardock. The funny thing is, whenever you end these DLC things, and even the main story of Dragon Ball, it's like, all right, you won. You can explore the world now, see if there's other side missions maybe you missed out on. But in Bardock, like, his story literally ends with him dying. What do you do after that?
Yeah, after that, you don't got shit else to do.
The only thing that would piss me off would be like, imagine he gets killed by Frieza, and then he wakes up, but it's then like it's Dragon Ball Super Bardock, and his wife Jine's like,
Oh my
Bardock,
god.
were you having that weird dream again, where like Frieza kills you, and for some reason you have green armor? Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I would take that though over episode of Bardock. I think episode of Bardock was really stupid. They're like, hey guys, remember the legendary Super Saiyan of Legend? It was actually Bardock this whole time. Go fuck
This
yourself.
whole time.
I hate that so much. Everyone tries to make Bardock a hero, and I'm like, he's not a hero. He is a war criminal. He is a terrorist. The opening to Bardock, the father of Goku, is Goku crying, and then it shows Bardock and his teammates as giant angry monkeys destroying a city, killing innocent people. He's not a hero, he's not a good guy, he's not a misunderstood protagonist. He's only angry because Frieza is going to eradicate his race. That's it.
He's simply just a dickhead.
He's just a dickhead. But it's almost like the thing about Bardock, and which also kind of really fucking annoys me, is that he's like one of the most human characters in Dragon Ball.
Oh man.
Because he's heavily flawed. He's a heavily flawed person, and you somehow take his side because, oh, well, Bardock's a bad guy, but Frieza's a bigger bad guy. He calls them monkeys even though they're humanoids with tails. Even though that's exactly what Frieza is, but I don't want to get into that. But, like, it's just, like here's the thing. I was actually thinking about the other day. You know what? Not counting Super's retcon of, like, the Saiyans getting eradicated, the old story of Z of how the Saiyans were, I'm on Frieza's side. Yeah, kill the Saiyans. They're a bunch of ruthless assholes just going around killing people. Just being like, oh yeah, I get to destroy this village and it's fun and I get to sell it for Frieza? Hell yeah. They're nothing but a... Fuck them. Yeah. Oh, there's a moon out there? The moon's bright and you're fucked, buddy. Oh, man. But I'm honestly excited to see what they're going to do. After seeing especially the Majin Buu part with Trunks, that's going to be incredible. Even showcase what the PS5 version and the Xbox Series X version of Kakarot looks like. And it's not just, it's just more textures. It's that, but they even did shit like improved how the water looks and added more vegetation to like grassy fields. Yeah, vegetation, shit like flowers, other types of like plant life that you would see like within plants, okay? Like within the
Yeah,
grass.
lots of corn and carrots and tomatoes and stuff growing everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, you see farm with a shotgun, he's just over there with his pitchfork like it's a funny weird edit with his truck in Dragon Ball. They had to
What?
for later. I think it was for Kai. They had to do it in the manga and in the original version of Dragon Ball Z. His truck is a Chevrolet, and you know this because it says Chevrolet. But later they had to take it out.
Copyright.
I think so because copyright is weird in Japan. I mean, they can do like it's still loosey goosey over there, but it's like now things are slightly more strict. Where the Chevrolet thing had to get taken out, and I think it was because more of the international airings of like Z Kai. I mean, they weren't gonna make Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then not have it re-released for like the rest of the world, when they know damn well it does better in America than it does in Japan.
Yep.
But
It's all super exciting.
yeah, that's all 2023. Fighters upgrades 2023 as well, but the only other thing I was kind of interested in, and it's because I'm getting more into the Yakuza series, or I guess in this case, it's now being rebranded as Like a Dragon.
Like a dragon. Yeah.
I would have preferred Rock the Dragon, but that's just me. And that's Kenny Omega. Like he's like, hey guys,
Yeah, you gotta scan for it.
he got scanned for it. I'm like, oh, is Kenny Omega like gonna be a side mission where he's like some dude where he's like, hey, Kiryu, heard you're tough. Want to fight? Kiryu's like, what? He's like, come on, fight me. I think you got I don't know what your intentions are. And it's just a match just starts. It goes, strange foreigner. Yeah, you haven't played Yakuza, but this is how a fight starts. Hold on, I need to pull it up just so you get an idea of it. Let me see.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they've had wrestlers in the Yakuza games. They had like a bunch of New Japan wrestlers in, what was it, Yakuza 3, 4? I don't remember which one.
I think it was. Let me see. Hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. All right, here we go. Because for some reason, Firefox is being a bitch, so I'm gonna go to.
Hurry up, Firefox! I'm trying to wrap this shit up.
No, I'm using the best new browser, Opera GX.
Opera GX.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried this out just for memes, and I was like, wow, it actually runs a lot better. It's not eating up RAM like crazy. So let me see. Yakuza fights. Okay. Just let me see how a fight starts. Okay, I'm just gonna try to. Alright, hang on. This is, I swear, a fight's gonna start. Yeah. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna have the link for it. Go to the 225 mark. Here we go. Like, just imagine this, but it goes, strange foreigner.
Okay, I opened the video. 225.
Like the
advertisement.
Oh no. Can't give those people your time or money. Unless it's me.
The dog of my family.
You know what it should just be? There should just be one where it goes NGPW, and you have to just, it's in a locker room. Kiryu's like, I'm just
fighting a bunch of fucking wrestlers.
He's like, I'm just trying to find my way to the bathroom, guys. Okay, but was there anything at TGS that kind of like stuck out to you other than SF6?
No, we pretty much covered everything. All I've seen is just really just Street Fighter and the fact that Kenny Omega is going to be in Yakuza.
I mean, yeah, because that's the fact that he just shows up in it, and I'm like, I kind of like that Kenny Omega is just kind of like popping up every now and then when it comes to gaming stuff. What was funny was that there was so like at CEO, I fought Kenny Omega like not in a tournament, no, because I don't think we play the same games. But
fought him fist fights.
yeah, we were just fist fighting in the parking lot.
That's why he's fucking suspended now.
He knocked the Popeye box out of my hand, and I took it personally.
Man got suspended and said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Japan and hang out with my friends."
But I remember we were putting like JoJo's on the Dreamcast. We were using these
hmm
Saturn controllers like adapters, and what
hmm
was weird was that like there was definitely people in front of him. Like he just showed up, and there were people waiting to play, but then they just like, nah, let Kenny skip. I'm like, but here's the thing, Kenny didn't skip me. I was like, nah, I came here to play JoJo's because I can't play this game because it's so hard to like try to run on my shitty ass laptop. So and then it was kind of fun. I couldn't be King of the Hill though because of, like there was a top 8 starting. I don't remember what top 8 was. It might have been Tekken because I never missed Tekken.
Wait, damn! Did you beat Kenny?
Yeah, I did. I played Jotaro. You just do the dumbest shit with Jotaro. That's all you have to do is just okay, pull out do super and then you jump bomb behind them and you just basically you're DPing them, but not Dragon Punch, if you know what I mean. It means double penetration.
Pause.
Yeah, but yeah, Kenny's cool. Anytime I see him around CEO, he's always a chill guy. I see people though, like when they see Kenny, they're looking like as if they're seeing Jesus walk on water.
I mean, yeah.
And I understand that. I deeply understand that. If I saw Kojima walking around, I'd be like, nothing's stopping me from talking to that man.
Nothing is stopping me from asking him when the Metal Gear Solid 1 remake is coming out.
Metal Gear Solid. The DARPA chief is now played by Kanye West. I still remember when Kanye tweeted, just randomly out of nowhere, he understands the plot to Sons of Liberty. I'm like,
Okay,
no, you don't. Nobody does.
Whatever, dude.
But other than that, TGS was kind of cool. The only other things I thought I saw that were kind of cool was that there was a Steam Deck section, which I'm like, yeah, like they're really like Asia's really loving the Steam Deck, and because they're now getting orders for it. Like it's available for them to buy through Valve through someone else, but basically still with Valve. They don't have to go through like another site to do it or whatever. Speaking of which, looks like my email is going to be coming on Monday for that, like I mentioned before. So after I buy it, though, my next battle is seeing if FedEx actually delivers it. I've been
We'll find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, the TGS was kind of solid. I guess the other thing, and it kind of ties in. Oh yeah, well. Mega Man Battle Network. Cool.
What?
You never played the Battle Network games?
No.
Oh yeah, well this is basically like it's imagine Fire Emblem but good.
Oh shit.
Yeah. If that sentence made at least one person mad, then I'm happy about that, okay? But basically that's what it is. It's basically like a strategy RPG Mega Man game. It's not action based, you use like the Battle Network chips. But it was really cool, and I'm just happy that like because the fact that they're releasing a legacy collection for it, I'm like they acknowledge its existence, and they will continue to exist. Because when they released the legacy collection for Mega Man way back then, I was like, okay, cool, maybe more Mega Man games that aren't the old ass Mega Man. Then they did X, and I was like, hang on, we're getting closer. And then they did 0, and I'm like, hang on, we're getting a little closer. And then Battle Network, and I was like, fuck yeah. We in there. That's it. We don't need any other Mega Man games. What, you want Legends 3? Fuck you. Yeah, that's basically it's only other thing is the big event that really we just have to wait out for is just the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Which, ironically enough, we're excited about the Game Awards, but we're not excited about the actual awards they're giving out for the games. No. We want to hear the magic words. World premiere.
World premiere.
Just I'm
I
like,
like how you did it. I like how you did it in the style of when they used to premiere new music videos on Rhapsody. World premiere, premiere,
yeah, you gotta
premiere.
get the reverse like world premiere, premiere. But like, I'm already like, cause here's the thing, you know what's powerful about video games? When
What?
a logo can show up and you're already like clenching your cheeks. Like, I can imagine if you're just sitting down and you just see PlayStation Studios and you're like, okay, all right, whatever, all right, sucker punch.
Oh shit!
You're like, oh, you hear a flute. Oh, you
It's
see
fucking
a
happening.
tall grassy field. You're like, oh, it's happening. And that's the other thing I
And then
kind
it
of
ends
wanted
up
to
not being
mention.
Ghost. It
So
ends up not being Ghost too.
it's just it's in Denmark. Ghost
it's
of
one of
the.
the, it's another one of those farming games that they showed at Nintendo Direct.
But that was something. Oh, I just remembered. Like so they showcased the I saw a bit of the Call of Duty event. It was fucking boring.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty.
Because it has like an hour of these people sitting in sitting in chairs talking about. Don't talk about it. Just show it to me. And like you could talk about it as you're showing it, but fuck. Anyway, they said, "Oh, well, here's an exclusive PlayStation thing you're gonna get," and it's like, I just see like this guy like walking and talking, but he pulls a sword out, not really a whole sword, but like a dagger, and then I'm like,
The fuck?
is this fucking Jin Sakai? And he has a mask. It's like an Oni mask, and I'm like, no fucking way. If you tell me Jin Sakai is coming to Modern Warfare 2, I will jump on this goddamn app and immediately buy the Vault Edition. And no, it's called the Oni Operator. And
The Oni operator.
yeah, so it's not Jin Sakai. But I honestly thought it was going to be Jin Sakai because I was like, okay, it's only on PlayStation. It's a tie into Ghosts. It would make sense, but not really yet. But it did look cool as hell. It did look really cool. It's kind of like, because honestly, what that guy was, he was just a cooler version of what class I ran in Black Ops 2, which was called Snicked Snicked. It was just a knife and loaded up with perks and one Semtex grenade.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because Black Ops 2 had the Pick 10 system where you could just like you could like it was the most customizable Call of Duty's ever been. And I wish it can go back to that. Like, let me be crazy with this shit. But yeah, we got Game Awards to look up to. Game Awards, really two things I want to see. Mortal Kombat, whatever. Okay. Or and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Show,
pretty much. The only
show,
thing I'm looking forward to is Spider-Man and the Wolverine game.
Yeah, which the Wolverine game, I forgot to mention it, but the Wolverine game is actually being handled by the Miles Morales crew, which is great because if there was one thing I could say about Miles Morales that was infinitely better than Spider-Man regular like 2018, the combat was better.
Yeah, it was.
The combat was way better. Story wasn't as good, okay, but the combat absolutely so good with using gadgets and the venom system, like mixing it up with like your blows. So the fact that we're getting the team that worked on the better combat to do the guy that's basically all about combat, I'm with it. And the amount of suits they could use for Wolverine is it's insane. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, and I also mentioned like, as far as like some other characters that can pop up for side missions for Spider-Man 2. As much as I want Moon Knight to show up, I would love it if he did. Give me Daredevil. Give me Daredevil missions.
As popular as both of them are now, I'm sure they'll both show up at some point.
Yeah. I mean like but if I can get one, I love Moon Knight more than Daredevil, but Daredevil will make the most sense. And imagine if you beat, like, you do all the missions with Daredevil. He's like, left you a little present, Pete. And it's a Daredevil-themed costume.
Oh, man, that would be great.
Yeah. I will not take off that costume for a good. That's the shittiest thing about the default suit in Spider-Man. It looks great, but how often did you wear that suit?
As soon as I could take it off, I took it off.
Yeah. Oh, look, my favorite costume is here. I'm gonna put that on. Oh, this suit looks cool. I'm gonna wear that. The suit's great. It just belongs in the worst possible thing in a game where you can just wear another suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right there, I think that wraps it up a little bit. This is honestly really great, and I think honestly it's gonna get even more insane from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the work. Where can people find you at? What's your links? What's your usernames?
Well, people can find me at twitter.com/Toriko. That's TORRIK and then a 0. Make sure to capitalize the 0. And you can also find me on Twitch sometimes. I play fighting games, but just not well. And that's the same thing, twitch.tv/Toriko. And yeah, those are the two best places to find me where I'm being a menace.
Oh, you're not gonna drop the OnlyFans link?
No, not just yet. I'm still working on it. Still like editing the photos, but don't worry, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. It's happening.
I only got two places where you can find me: either my Twitter at Kuchi Okada, that's KOOCHIEOKADA, or either Black Mammoth Bracelets, and that Twitter is BLK Mammoth.
Woo! All right,
Yeah.
all right. Thanks to anybody who tuned in. We love y'all. Drink water, eat good.
Drink water.
Drink water, eat good, and text your crush. We might die tomorrow.
And keep fighting.
Yeah. Freeze frame.